Hello everybody, my name is Jack. I run a channel on YouTube called Number 27, and it all started with an idea I had a few years ago. I was tired of just buying a car, spending loads of money upgrading it and everything, because I got bored pretty quickly. And so I thought, instead of doing that, why don't I just buy and sell a number of cars that I've always wanted to own, but without spending any money on them, without needing to upgrade them and so on, because every month I would simply sell the car and move on to the next one. So it became 12 cars in 1 year. In actual fact, that never quite worked out. It was too unrealistic. So it's become 12 cars in 2 years. So I started with an E46 BMW M3. I then moved on to a Mini, one of the modern Minis, but the GP, the one without any rear seats, with the trick sort of parts. It was, that was a great little go-kart type thing, but didn't have that much substance maybe. After that, for my ex, or with my ex, we bought a Panda 100 HP, which I'd also always just loved the look of and thought it'd be a fun little car for town. The next car I moved on to was the Nissan R32 GTR. Never had a Japanese car, and R32s are becoming really iconic. There's something about the Godzilla thing about them as well, the styling, the rear lights and everything else. So I got that, and that was a car that exceeded my expectations. After that, childhood dream car was the Lotus Esprit Turbo Esprit, whichever the way is. As you said, Lotus owners are going to correct me on that one. Something I really always wanted, really happy I got. After the Lotus, I got a Lancia Delta Integrale 16 valve, but which had Evo front end, so the wider front end. It had an Evo engine, which there isn't much difference to, but a 3-inch exhaust all the way through. It was chipped, so it was really as good as, if not better than, an Evo. And to be honest, that didn't totally measure up to my expectations. I liked it, yes, but I wasn't completely blown away by it. Then as a little in between, I had a cheapie. I had an Alfa GTV Coupe. Then a Maserati Grand Sport, which was the V8 Ferrari engine from the 430. That was an epic engine. The car I was sort of less sort of taken by as an overall, but very handsome thing, very nice GT. Then of course there is the Evora. So my first Lotus was the Esprit. It's the first Lotus I ever had. And before I got it, everybody told me, don't buy it, you're mad, they're money pits, they're terrible, they'll fall apart, there'll always be something wrong with it, you won't be able to drive it, don't buy it. I went ahead and got it anyway, and it was a fantastic, really reliable car. I left it out for a month, right in the midst of winter, when it was, below freezing. Went in, couple of pumps, it caught, died, turned it again, went. It was fantastic. I had a problem right at the end of ownership with the coil going, which could happen with any car. Apart from that, it was fantastically reliable. The key thing is simply to buy one which is good in the first instance. If you do, and they're looked after, they're great cars. So that obviously primed me for the Lotus experience, on top of which Lotus owners are a really friendly bunch. So when I was buying the Esprit, totally out of the blue, someone on the Lotus forum said, yeah, just come over to meet me and I'll let you drive mine. You should drive one before you buy one. So me, a complete stranger, this lovely old chap just let me come over, get in his car and drive it. And they were super helpful on the forums, really friendly, really nice people. And so I had to sell the Esprit because it was car number 8 or number 7, I forget now. So I had to sell it reluctantly. But once I sold it, I was really well disposed towards Lotus. And I've always wanted an Elise or an Exige or something like that. But I'm getting on a bit now, and also my 964 is really an out-and-out track car, and I wanted something a bit more usable. And I actually saw on JayEmm's channel, on your channel, the videos about the Evora, particularly the one, I think it was titled The Best Car That Nobody Wants to Buy, or something along those lines. And I saw that, and I thought, this is going to be the perfect car for me. It will still have that Lotus feel and that ability, but it's a car that I'll be able to use day to day. Hence, the reason why I've come to buy this. That was going to be it for a while, but I ran across a really good, reasonably well priced, classic Subaru Impreza WRX. Nice chavvy white with a massive exhaust, but apart from that, it's really, it's pretty original, it's really clean, and I just couldn't resist. And again, that's a car that surprised me, mainly because of that engine. It's just so characterful, and the whole thing, there's something about it, so I'm loving it. And I've got 2 cars left to go. Now I think, there's various options there, but I'm thinking a TVR should be one of them. But then again, I don't know, a Mercedes hasn't featured, but I'm not overly fond of them. And I don't know really, give me your suggestions and let me know what you think the next 2 cars should be. The name of the channel, number 27, actually comes from my car, my 964 that I've had now for about 8 years. And the reason for that, it was originally cobalt blue. The nuclear number of cobalt, of the chemical, is actually 27. And I decided to call my car, my 964, 27. Now the story with that car is I bought it as a Cat D a long time ago when they were worth nothing, so I only paid 10 grand for it. So I was not scared to muck about with it, to modify it, to do a few things to it. So really it's gone from being a road car to a very fast road car to now pretty much a track car. It's had all sorts done to it, from a sunroof delete, the engine's been rebuilt to cup spec, it's got a carbon bonnet, it's got everything that can be taken out has been taken out, apart from some creature comforts. So it still has sound deadening, the interior still looks like it has carpets and so on. But literally anything else that I could take out has been taken out. The suspension that I bought in tracks is alloy bodied. There was a real sort of attention to detail. The wheels are works wheels from Japan. They were the lightest that I could find anywhere for a 964. And that really is my baby, I suppose, in a way. That's the one that sort of stood the test of time. But notice that it's also the car that has evolved and changed the most. I do tend to find that if I buy a car and I don't change anything, I do eventually get bored of it. I don't want to say that's what would have happened with the 964, but I suspect it might have done. Please come and visit at number 27 my channel to see more about the 12 cars, all the other reviews as well that I do. So see you soon, and thanks for watching.